Hello and welcome to Jobs and Education. Do subscribe and share my videos. This is your Mahesh Dole. This video is regarding reprographic methods of production drawing. Very important for every mechanical and civil engineering students. Reprography is a reproduction of graphics through mechanical or electrical means such as photography or xerography. And reprographics is also referred to as repro printing. It means reprography means what? Let's take example of Xerox or photocopying. So these all the words belongs to the reprography only. Reprography means producing the graphics as it is. The term applies to the both physical and digital reproductions of documents and images. This is a physical one and this is digital one. And multiple methods of reproducing content such as scanning, photography, xerography and digital printing. By observing these figures we can understand there are multiple methods are there to reproduce the graphics. That may be photography, or scanning, or xeroxing or digital printing. The applications are reprography is commonly used in catalogs and archives as well as in the architectural, engineering and construction industries. So wide range of applications are there with reprographic methods. So nowadays we are using printers or Xerox machines, but in the olden days we use different classical methods. There are three different reprographic categories are there. One is photographic method, that is light sensitive, and thermographic methods, that is based on heat, and electrostatic methods, that is charge sensitive. So what are the reprographic methods? So different reprographic methods are in use for reproducing engineering drawings made in the Torma tracings. So following are some of the important four methods are there. One is blueprinting process, ammonia process, xerographic process, microfilming. These four are very important. Let's see one by one. First one is blueprinting process. The process is also known as a cyanotype. Blueprinting process is one that is normally used for the reproduction of drawings in almost all industries. Means this blueprinting process is useful in almost all different industries. Blueprints are made with ferroprussiate paper that is chemically treated on one side. This is chemically treated ferroprussiate paper. That means one side is chemically treated and other side is normal paper. So the sheet is having two sides, right? One side is chemically treated with ferroprussiate and other side is normal. Blueprints are obtained by keeping the traced drawings in the contact with the chemically treated side of the paper exposed to sunlight or bright light. If we observe this table, if we keep the drawing sheet on this table, if we apply the light source from the bottom, what happens? Because of that lighting, so it will trace on this. So this we can see another example. So placing the drawing sheet on that lighting screen and drawing that tracings. So that is nothing but blueprints process. So blueprints are obtained by keeping a traced drawing on the chemically treated side of the paper to the light. And the portion of the paper other than that covered by the black lines on the tracing undergoes chemical reaction and gives a strong blue color on washing in water. Whenever washing in the water after chemical reaction, what happens? It will give the blue background. So the portion in contact with the black lines remain white. So whatever the portion contact with the black lines, that will remain like a white lines like this on the sheet. Thus the blueprint is a true copy of the original drawing in white lines with a blue background. That's why this is a blueprinting process. Background is blue and the lines are white in color. An overexposed print may be corrected by washing it in dilute solution of potassium dichlorate or hydrogen peroxide. Means whatever damaged drawing is there or overexposed drawing is there, that may be corrected with the help of washing it in dilute solution of potassium dichlorate or hydrogen peroxide. Any alterations required in the print that may be made with an alkaline solution such as 1.5% solution of sodium hydroxide, NaOH solution. So let's see this. in this figure we can see this lever. In this figure the lever is not there. So if that kind of alterations are required means we'll use unalkaline solution, that is also 1.5% of sodium hydroxide NaOH solution. Ferro paper is available in different sizes. Ferro paper is available in different sizes in the form of rolls. So these are the different sizes of sheets, and they are available in the form of rolls. Next process is ammonia process or ammonia printing process. Ammonia prints are widely used in drawing offices like this, and these are also called white prints or blue line prints, as these have white background and blue lines. So previously we seen blue printing process mean background is blue and lines are white. Now the background is white in color and the lines are in blue in color. So that is nothing but ammonia printing process. The white background makes notes and other information on the drawing more clearly visible than the blue background of the blueprint. If you see this blueprinting, and this is ammonia printing process, if we can indicate, if you wanna indicate any letters on this, if you wanna write anything on this blueprinting background, what happens? That letters are not going to appear clearly. So if you write anything on the white background, so that will appear very neatly and clearly. That is the difference between this ammonia and blueprinting process. So white background is going to make clear visible. In the ammonia process, an ammonia sensitive paper with a yellow tint on one side is used. So ammonia sensitive paper is having one side is yellow in color, other side is white in color. So that yellow side is nothing but yellow shade is there. That means yellow shading. The tracing paper is placed face up on the yellow side of the ammonia paper, is run through the ammonia printing machine, posing the drawing to a built-in light. Look at this. In this machine we can see the light is there. So if you place this yellow side to this lighting, what happens? It starts the printing. So the light passing through the tracing paper brings about a chemical decomposition of the coating on the paper, except in those places where the surface is covered by the opaque lines of the tracing. Opaque lines means that lines are not going to allow the light onto that lines. So lines are not going to allow through that lines. Those lines are called as opaque lines. After exposure, the ammonia print is a duplicate of the original drawing, except that the lines are light yellow and are not permanent. Look at this. Here you can see some of the yellow in color lines. The paper is then put in the developing unit. This is the developing unit of the machine, where the yellow lines are developed into permanent blue lines by exposure to ammonia fumes. When we kept that paper into this developing unit, what happens? That yellow lines are going to become into a blue lines. Thus the ammonia print is a drawing in blue lines with white background. This is the ammonia printing. So white background and blue lines. The speed at which the drawing passes under the light determines the darkness of the copy. Based on the speed only, the visibility and the appearance of the drawing or that reprographic ammonia process will become very good. So based on the speed only, the lines will appear dark. A slow speed burns out more of the yellow tint and produces a clear white background. So what are the yellow lines are there? Because of the slow speed, those yellow lines are going to turn into white color, means washes out. So however, some of the lighter lines of the drawing may be lost. So ammonia prints are made at a somewhat faster speed to give a light tint of blue in the background and darker lines in the copy. So faster speed is required in this ammonia process. So ammonia printing may be done very fast, whereas blue printing is a slow process. Ammonia printing is a fastest process. To prevent spoilage, this paper must be stored away from the heat and light. So ammonia paper should be kept away from the heat and light. Ammonia sensitive paper is available in different sizes in the form of rolls. So these are the different sizes. These will available in the form of rolls. The next process is xerographic process, that is nothing but Xerox. So this is very common word we can see or we can understand. Nowadays we'll use these Xerox machines to take more number of photocopies. Xerography is an electrostat process of duplicating drawings on ordinary and unsensitized paper. We'll take A4 size normal papers. On those unsensitized paper also we can take the photocopies of other figures with the help of Xerox machine. This process was originally developed for business and clerical use, but of late it is being used for reproduction of drawings also. Basically, this xerographic process originally developed for business and clerical use, but nowadays it is using for reproduction of drawings also. In this process, a special camera is used to project the drawing on electrically charged selenium coated drum. This is selenium coated drum. Here we can see this, on which negatively charged fine graphite powder is spread. On these drums, the graphite powder is spreaded. So the drum is selenium coated drum. After the image of the original has been projected onto the plate, the negatively charged powder adheres to the positively charged areas of the image. This is the graphite powder. So this spreaded on that selenium drum. So on the drum, this powder is spreaded. Then by means of a positive electric charge, the powder is transferred to the paper and permanently fixed into the surface. Because of the positive electric charge from this powder, it will connect to the lines. The advantage of this process lies in the fact that it is possible to enlarge or reduce the size of the print. That is very important. So with this process, we can reduce or increase the size of the drawings. The rate of production is very fast than ammonia print, but the size of the drawings it can be produced restricted. So ammonia printing is used for larger drawings or bigger drawings, but this xerographic is useful for only smaller size drawings. For large drawings and small quantities, ammonia printing is advantageous. Next process is microfilming process. Microfilming is a photographic process that converts large drawings into film copies. Microfilm. This right side figures we can see this is a film. On this film will print the drawing. So whatever we need the plan or drawing, that will print on the small size film. So wherever we require that film will enlarge into our required size and will print that onto the sheet. These copies are usually smaller than the original drawings to save paper and make the drawings easier to use. Why we are using this microfilming process? It is to save the paper and to make the drawings very easier to use. In this process, drawings are photographed on either 16 mm or 35 mm film. These films are different sizes are there. So here in this microfilming process, we are going to use 16 mm or 35 mm size films. Later, the film may be placed in a microfilm enlarger printer where the individual drawings may be viewed on a built-in screen. So after printing onto that film, whenever we require that figure onto the sheet, we need to keep onto this enlarger printer, microfilm enlarger printer. By keeping that film on this enlarger printer, what happens? It enlarges that figure and it shows that figure like a bigger in size. So if we keep the sheet, we'll get the printing of that drawing, but it looks like very small. The film looks like very small, but with this smaller size, by keeping in this machine, we can get it into a bigger in size of sheet by printing. The selected drawings may be then be printed from the film to get standard size drawings. Whatever the number of figures are there on that microfilm, so we can select a required figure and we can print onto the sheets. The advantage of the process lies in the fact that the contents of an entire drawing file with a number of drawings may be stored in a few meters length of the film, which may be stored in a small space. Look at this, easy to carry and easy to store more number of figures. Slides of the drawing may also be produced by similar process. So this whatever we observed in the microfilming process, that small films we used, so slides also same like that. So slide is a cover like a paper which is transparent. On that paper, if we can print any figure, so that after that, if we require that figure onto the sheet, so we can keep on into the enlarger printer and we can print onto the sheet. Thank you for watching this video. Do subscribe and share my videos. This is your Mahesh Dole.